In a moment that felt ripped straight from the pages of a WWE fairy tale, or perhaps a thriller, Alexa Bliss made her dramatic and long-awaited return to the ring during tonight's episode of WWE SmackDown. And if fans were expecting the usual pomp and build-up, they were in for a surprise. Because Bliss didn't just come back, she exploded back onto the scene in a way no one saw coming. After months of swirling rumors, cryptic social media posts, and hushed whispers behind the scenes, the goddess of WWE finally made her presence known once again. But unlike the grand redebuts typical of WWE legends, there was no eerie music to signal her arrival, no dimmed lights, no slow-motion vignette teasing her return. Instead, Alexa Bliss chose to shock the system, stepping into the spotlight in the middle of a high-stakes tag team match. Let's rewind for a second. Earlier in the day, wrestling outlets were already buzzing. Reports had emerged that Bliss had been seen backstage at SmackDown, igniting speculation among fans and insiders alike. Would she appear tonight, or was she just visiting? WWE, being WWE, played their cards close to the chest. The only hint was a surprise tag team match announced earlier in the show. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus Zelina Vega and a partner of her choosing. Classic setup, mystery partner. The possibilities were endless. Green and Niven came to the ring brimming with confidence. After all, Vega didn't exactly have a roster of allies ready to spring into action. But as the bell neared and Vega's music hit, the crowd's anticipation began to build. And then it happened. Cue the shock, cue the pop, cue the chaos. Alexa Bliss's entrance music blared through the arena, and the crowd absolutely erupted. The moment was raw, electric, and full of emotion. Fans leapt to their feet. Signs waved in the air. Phones came out in a frenzy as people scrambled to capture a return that will no doubt be replayed across social media for days to come. There was no mistaking that entrance. The pigtails, the cold stare, the swagger. Bliss walked to the ring like she had never left, like the ring had been waiting for her return all along. And make no mistake, this wasn't a watered-down version of Alexa Bliss. This was vintage Bliss. Fierce, confident, and ready to wreak havoc. As the match kicked off, it quickly became clear that Bliss hadn't missed a step. Her chemistry with Vega was surprisingly seamless, even for a team-up that materialized moments before the bell. Green and Niven, clearly rattled, tried to regain control with their usual hard-hitting tactics. But the returning Bliss was locked in, calculating every move with precision. Vega held her own, playing the role of the resilient underdog, while Bliss delivered the star power and the pain. And then came the moment fans had been waiting for. After a chaotic exchange in the ring, Bliss found herself face-to-face with Chelsea Green. A smirk crossed her face, a familiar smirk that WWE fans know all too well. She seized the moment, planted Green with a devastating Sister Abigail DDT, and pinned her for the victory. 1, 2, 3. Just like that, Alexa Bliss was back, and she'd made her mark. The crowd erupted again, the atmosphere thick with adrenaline and nostalgia. It wasn't just a win. It was a statement. Bliss didn't return to be a supporting character in someone else's story. She came back to remind everyone who she is and what she's capable of. And if tonight was any indication, the women's division on SmackDown just got a serious shakeup. This return wasn't about a title belt or a grudge match. It wasn't about spooky theatrics or special effects. It was about impact. Bliss returned without fanfare, without warning, and without needing a reason other than to prove she's still one of the best to ever step into a WWE ring. Of course, the big question now is, what's next? Was this a one-off appearance or the beginning of a full-time comeback? Will Bliss be aligning herself with Vega for future tag team gold? Or was this a tactical return designed to reinsert herself into the main title picture? And what does this mean for the other top-tier competitors, Bayley, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and the rest of the women's roster? There's also the lingering intrigue about Bliss's character direction. Over the years, Alexa has shown an uncanny ability to reinvent herself, from the glittery 5 Feet of Fury to the eerie, otherworldly presence linked to Bray Wyatt's darker universe. But tonight felt like a clean slate, a hybrid of everything she's been, grounded in intensity, charisma, and calculated brilliance. And let's not overlook what her return does for the fan base. Alexa Bliss has always had one of the most loyal and vocal fan communities in WWE. Social media immediately lit up following her return, with # Alexa Bliss trending within minutes. Fan art, GIFs, and theories are already flying across platforms faster than a Bliss DDT.